Thank you very much for coming. We had a good lunch. Yesterday I talked about the title of my presentation is, she was like, what is onboarding exactly? So I thought I'd probably explain it with a real example, what onboarding means, and how this has an effect on the productivity of a project or even a whole company. So I draw a little airplane here. And when you go to the airplane, you have a lot of luggage, and you're very excited to go to a new destination, and you're excited about the trip, but also a bit exhausted. You don't know what to expect. Hopefully, the seat is nice and everything. Then you store your luggage, and then you take a seat, and then you slowly get comfortable with the flight, actually, hopefully. And for the project, it's kind of the same. That's why it's called onboarding. Like you come to a new project, a new team, and it takes some time to get comfortable with the new environment. So that's why it's called onboarding. And the focus is to make developers more productive. So I think this is a technical talk, or the business. It's focused on the developers, and it has an impact on the business as well, because developers probably are part of the business as well. So this is the short version of my title. What's onboarding? Again, like, okay, you come to a new company, you join a new company. This is onboarding. You probably, hopefully, have experienced that. Within a company, you can join a new project. This is also onboarding. So you get to a new project. Take some time to adapt. And is there an echo in? Is that karaoke mode? Okay. I'd like to sing actually. New team, when you join a new team, this is also something you want probably to get comfortable with. You have to know the people, you have to know and understand how they talk, which words they use. So we're talking about how fast can you do this? How fast can you be comfortable in the new environment? Yeah? Even in an open source project, how fast can you be comfortable in contributing to the project? Yes. And another anecdote is joining a new team. As a consultant, I join new teams quite a lot, because I come to them, want to support them. I have to understand how they work actually. So what language do they use? Sometimes it sounds really strange because they use shortcuts for their words, and they have no time to speak the whole word, so they have abbreviations, and also they're behaving differently. They have different style of stand-ups, for example, and I just observed in the few days. So there's some excitement starting something new with a team, and sometimes it feels like, wow, can I fit here? I have to work on myself as well. Like, is it really, can I contribute to the team? And I have kind of a culture shock whenever I go to a new client, for example, or joining a new team. Sometimes it's a little, sometimes it's a huge one. It can be quite depressing. So, again, who I'm talking to, who's the boss, who's the man for this topic, where do I get information, where do I get new paper, new pencils, and all that. So what works very well is to provide a getting started document very early. When I get, for example, a README file, I talked about this yesterday, where I can see how the project is built, for example, or how I can set up the web server, how I can find documentation going deeper into the details if I'm interested in reading, understanding the project. How's the project structured? And this also is good for me for the first start, and also to help other people. I can contribute to the document. What's very important, and I really like that actually to develop in new joinees. When somebody joins the team, I ask them, as an old member of the team, what can we improve to make it more easy to join the team? Because they have a fresh eye, or then they feel it more from a different perspective, because they are new to the environment. They may contribute how we can make it more easy to join the team and be more productive. So joining a new team sometimes feels like this, like really complicated, something is working, that we deploy something. There's a lot of things going on I'd like to understand as quickly as possible. It's actually also how I feel right now, after this awesome night. What also very much helps is to provide the organization team, and I mean really standing with the team on a board like this, and just try to explain by really simply drawing it together how the project looks like. So, for example, component diagram. This is where you have to go. This is something we don't touch. And yeah, we are planning, actually working on this one. This is the most important part. So you have a big overview about the project. Helps a lot. And it's also much fun for pairing. Like if you want to know what you're working on. The main benefit of this is to put your work as a developer in a bigger picture. So I find it very helpful for developers that they have a purpose. So they know what they're working on, they know how they contribute, and that it actually has a value. It's not just coding, they're working on a product. And this good feeling has to be nurtured, like foster this feeling. When people come to your company, to the new project, welcome them and try to get them a bigger picture. It's also from Patrick Brewer, a very nice blog post on this topic, how to welcome people and make them more productive quickly. One thing that I also experience is that you have to learn a lot. When you're joining the team and at first it starts, okay, you just join the team, then suddenly you have to do a lot of things. It's also okay to say no to things, to tasks, because it can be quite overwhelming. And yeah, the three-letter words, like too many acronyms, like the teams have some fancy abbreviations, like short versions of the customer names, for example, or components. I have no clue what they're talking about, especially in huge enterprises. They really love to do it because it's, for them it's a time saver. For me, it's just new language actually. So it's very helpful in these scenarios that I create for myself. An example, glossary. Like I explain myself how these abbreviations are really spelled. What does it mean to TBD, for example? It's a very common one. You see that in invitations for calendar invites, for example. The topics has to be discussed or to be announced what we are doing here. ETA, who knows what ETA is? TW, a very important one. For example, when you join a new company and I always talk about TW, TWE, TWU, it's like, can you please show me what that actually means? What are you talking about? It's very good to ask the question, because they're used to, you don't understand the language yet. So actually, this is the Softworks University, which is a nice project in India, and there's a lot of meaning behind the short version of the word. It's very nice to understand what they're talking about. If you don't understand anything, escalate it quickly. That works very well actually. Like, yeah, you can search a while for example, in the README to find the issue or the answer to your question. But when you're stuck, as a first, now I'm stuck, talking about slacking. When you're stuck in finding some information, ask for the higher authority, can you help me please? If you're unhappy, then just elaborate that. It's very good to provide constructive feedback, not just complaining that doesn't work. Push it back Or like, I would like to understand this so I can document it, for example, in the README, which can be a very good onboarding document from my experience. Sometimes the wiki pages for the company, when you have something like Confluence or Redmine, you can have a personal wiki, which I use personally to store my findings, my ideas, and to share it. It's like a little blog for the company. But actually it's very simple, and I found that it's missing quite a lot in companies I work with. That they don't send an email to the new hire, for example, or the team member is not informed upfront. So you can clarify actually a lot before the team member comes. You can set expectations and what's actually the role and what we are not doing, especially by developing new software, or working in a team, or working in a company. This could be a nice example for a welcome email. Hey, nice to meet you. You come on this date, this time, and we are going for breakfast after 1 hour. With the other team members, for example, who get each other to know. And also, you can add some fun activity that we have, for example, at zdreicom, we have an introduction. So you have 3 facts about you. 1 is a lie and 2 are truth. And you ask and you tell them, and the audience has to guess what is the lie. It's actually very funny. What works also very well is to prepare the desk, provide some space, clean it up, welcome the new member, and set up the computer very early. It's very, very bad to do it in a rush, and it has not the best. It doesn't show that you're very organized when, for example, a new hire comes. You have to communicate while he's standing next to you what to do next. This is terrible for both sides. So it's also good to inform the IT team very early, at least 1 week, to set up the new account, to prepare the machine. And it's actually also very easy and often forgotten to communicate the date of the new hire. So sometimes new people are just going to the office, around the office, and then say, who's that actually? Ah, it's our new colleague. What is he doing? Yeah, he's developer. What, CMS or Neos, for example, or is he a manager? Who's that guy? So it's super simple to avoid these embarrassing moments. And yeah, for the IT to prepare the laptop, for example, you can use automation tools like Ansible or Chef, and you can use the settings, you can store them in a version control, and try to save the time on this side as well, like use automation, focus on improving the process like Kaizen, get feedback from the new hire. This is the link to the blog from Pub. And yeah, the bottom line is to make the first impression great. It doesn't matter if it's an open source project, if it's a new company you're joining, a team. I would like to do it with my team. I welcome the new hire the best. Like, he feels welcome, he can pair with me right on the first day when he arrives, and he has a good time together with the rest of us. It was a bit of a rush, but